Hello, to welcome to the live. Today is day two of the Get More Eyes on Your Sales Page challenge. For those that haven't met me yet, I'm Amanda Warfield. I am a simplicity-focused content marketing strategist and copywriter, and I go live here every single Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to help course creators and online educators simplify their marketing so that they can make a bigger impact in less time. And you'll notice it's not Monday. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Time, but it's not Monday. And that's because this week, all week long, Monday through Friday, I am hosting a free challenge called Get More Eyes on Your Sales Page. And within that challenge, every single day, I'm going to go live to discuss the topic of the day, and the workbook for the day that we have to complete. And if anyone that is part of the challenge wants to hop into the Zoom, I've emailed you the link. You can hop into the Zoom and we can do a little bit of coaching through your messaging. So what the Get More Eyes on Your Sales Page challenge is a lot of times we have offers that aren't quite giving us the sales that we think or want to see. And we think, this is one of my little coworkers. Say hi, Padme. We think that because we're not getting the sales that we would like or are expecting, we think that the problem is the offer. And that is almost never the case. It's almost never the offer. However, what is often the case is that it is the amount of views you're getting on your sales page. So if you're not getting enough views on your sales page, it's not possible to get the sales that you'd like to see. So what we want to do is we want to improve our messaging so that we can get more eyes on our sales page. Because when we have really clear, really irresistible messaging with our offers, we can then share that messaging in our content, our social media, our blogs, our podcast, our YouTube, our email newsletters. We can share that messaging within our content marketing and drive people towards that sales page so we increase how many eyes are on the sales page, which means increasing our revenue. So that is the purpose and the premise behind this challenge. Yesterday, you can go back and watch yesterday's video if you'd like. Yesterday was all about, well, and we're learning the five main parts of messaging, I should say. Yesterday was all about really understanding your audience and getting to know your audience on a deeper level. So highly recommend starting there, going back and watching that one. But today, day two is all about, that's day one. Day two is all about the end result of your offer specifically. So when someone purchases and then works through your offer, what happens to them? What is that finale for them? What is the thing that's going to happen to them, the change that's going to be made, right? Now, I'm not speaking necessarily about the transformation. We'll talk about the transformation tomorrow, but you want to be able to answer the question at the end of my offer, at the end of my course, at the end of my coaching program, at the end of my workbook, you will blank, 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 blank. Now, there are three key things that I try to encourage clients and students to keep in mind when it comes to that end result of your messaging and of your offer. You want to be able to share it in a way that is simple. You want to be able to share tangible results, and you want to make it relatable. So, what I mean by that, your end result, simple first. It should be as simple as possible. You don't want it to be this long run-on sentence. If you can keep it to one short sentence, that is ideal here. There's a big box in the workbook for those of you that are signed up for the challenge and want the workbook, which I'm going to actually, let me grab this link and I'm going to drop it in the I can't do it right. Oh no, this is private. Okay, well, if you're watching the replay, this was supposed to be going public. If you're watching the replay, it's in the description box for you. That's a bummer, and I don't think I can change it without stopping. So we're just gonna keep on going. All right, cool. It's in the description box for you. So bizarre. Anyways, it'll be in the description box when you're watching this replay. Sorry about that. So, it's a big box so that you have room to really think about it, process all of those things. But you want to keep this short and sweet. You don't want this long run-on sentence. You don't want it to be, well, at the end of my course, you're going to be able to do this and do this. And because of that, you're going to be able to do this. And we don't want that. We want short, sweet, to the point. Okay. When you start having these really long results, not only does it just it feels fluffy. People can't grab onto it when it's fluffy. You want them to be able to go, oh, at the end of this, I'm going to be able to set up my ClickUp in a day set up my ClickUp for my personal habits in a day. Great, perfect. Something really, really short and sweet. We'll consider that as our example. So we'll say at the end of this course, you'll be able to set up your ClickUp for your personal habits in a day. So not a long run-on sentence, short and sweet, right? There is one main result and promise there. You're going to be able to set up your ClickUp for your personal habits. It's not, you're going to be able to set up your ClickUp or your Asana or your this for your personal habits. It's not, you're going to be able to set up your ClickUp for your personal habits and your routines and this and that. There may be within your offer different things like that. Like you might within the offer also be like, and if you're doing Asana, you could do this. And if you're doing this, you could do that. And you might also share how they can set up things besides just those habits. However, those are additional. You want to determine what is that one main result that you're really going to share and market. And the other ones are just going to be good to have bonuses, essentially. But when you start trying to promise a lot of different things, it's really difficult to get anyone to actually latch onto that. So keep it simple, keep it short. The next thing is those tangible results. So are there any measurable outcomes? Are there any specific achievements that your clients or your customers or your students will get to experience? What can they expect? With our example of setting up your ClickUp, after this course, you'll be able to set up your ClickUp for your personal habits, to track your personal habits in a day, right? Set up your ClickUp to track your personal habits. Those are both really, 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 really specific and it's tangible. Even though you can't feel your ClickUp, right? It is you will have this thing at the end. It's not just, you'll feel less overwhelmed. It's not something like, oh, I'm going to help you achieve your goals. That's fluffy. That's not tangible because that doesn't tell them what they're actually going to achieve, right? It's not, you want it to be something that's really, really specific so that they know exactly what it's going to be. A lot of times when people, especially if you're starting a coaching business, I get a lot of students coming through with businesses that oh, well, I want to help them set up their business. Okay, but how? I want to help them achieve their goals. Okay, but how? What goals? So on and so forth. So if you're kind of at more of a surface level like that, dig deeper with what exactly your offer is going to provide. Then the last thing is making it relatable. And this means speaking directly to their current situation and use language that reflects what their struggles are and their struggles and then also their aspirations for what they're wanting. So at the end of my course, you'll be able to set up your ClickUp to track your habits. So what they are aspiring to is having a place to track their habits. What they're struggling with is tracking their habits, right? And so okay, my audience is struggling with this thing, and this is what my offer helps them do. So let me help them aspire to what they're going to have at the end. Let me address the struggles. Either way works. But you want to make sure you're really relating it to what it is that they're dealing with. Um, pull from, like even better if you can pull from what we talked about yesterday with your audience and really getting deep down into your audience and what it is that they have in common and those things like that. If you can pull from those things, that's great, even better. But again, try to keep it like if you want to do one big sentence and then kind of mark it out and say, okay, but now what, now what, now what, now what, and try to get it as streamlined as possible without taking all the good stuff out. You basically want to write a sentence and then look at it and go, okay, what can I take out so that the sentence doesn't lose its meaning is essentially what you want to do. So, all right, that was day 2. Tomorrow, we are going to be talking about the transformation itself. So, not just the end result, but from this to this. That's what we're going to be talking about. Like I said, if you are not signed up for the challenge, you're welcome to still just watch here on YouTube. But if you want the workbooks, be sure to head into that description, sign up for the challenge so that you can get that email in the morning as well. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow right here, same place here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to talk all about day 3. And if you're part of the challenge and you want to join me to actually work through and get some coaching on your messaging, I would love to help you with that. So hop into the Zoom tomorrow when I send you the link. And for everyone else,